go back to this chapter, last chapter. Once we finish this, at least I feel good. And then next week, 2 lessons from home. One is a tutorial, one is a quiz. Both must submit into LMS. Right? I'll put it into LMS, you submit back in LMS. Okay? Right? Okay, this is not a very big chapter. This is quite a short chapter. Okay, let's start now. Let's start. Alright? Okay, this is like final. We are trying to find. Yes, final. Okay, common errors. All of us make this mistake. Is it okay? So we must know what are our mistakes so that we don't repeat. Is that clear now? Okay. Alright, so let's check our common errors. This is basically most students, I'm not saying all, but most students have this problem. Alright, so check yourself whether you have this problem or not, and then correct yourself. Then your English grammar has improved. Is that okay now? Alright, okay? Alright, useful tips when identifying errors. Read the first and last line to ascertain the main tense used in the passage. This is what we don't do. Anything we read, a paragraph, a story, whatever, we don't read the first and last line. And then we don't know the tense used. Is that okay? It's good to know the tense. Is it simple present, simple past, simple future, or is it the perfect tense, or is it the progressive tense used? It's good to know. Is that okay? Alright? That's why whatever I say, I bolded, maybe you want to highlight it. Alright? Read the entire sentence when looking for errors, not line by line. Grammatical errors are stopped with knowledge of the meaning conveyed by the sentence. Okay. Tenses can switch within a passage. They can change. Tenses can change within a paragraph, within a passage. Example. E.g. means example. Alright? Example. A non-fiction passage is a story, is usually in the present tense, but reports, alright, is a story is usually in the present tense, like as if it's happening. But reports about past events are in the past tense. You know that, right? So all of you, when you become an airline cabin crew, you have to write reports and you write it in the past tense. Is that okay now? Alright? So you must know. Common errors. The first common error usually, always, subject-verb agreement. Alright? We will look at some exercises. You know subject-verb agreement. He goes. They go. That's subject-verb agreement. Can you follow? Can you understand? She eats. They eat. Can you understand now? Alright? That is subject-verb agreement. Then we got nouns, adverbs, verbs, adjectives, problems. Recognize recognize what each one is when they should be used. Consistent verbs should be used if they are referring to the same subject. Example, I want to eat my dinner. Alright, so when you say I want to eat, then you should be and go to sleep. You cannot say I want to eat my dinner and going to sleep. Can you understand? Many times you do that. You say I want to eat my dinner and went to sleep, going to sleep. No, you must be consistent. If it's present simple, the next word also present simple because you are using can. Is that clear now? Alright? The students are reading. You see, when you say the students are reading, something in progressive. Many of you do this like this. The students are reading and write now. Wrong. Reading and writing. The students are playing and eating amongst themselves. Whatever. Alright? So it must be consistent. Can you understand now? Is that okay? Alright? So the students are reading and writing. You know, many times you say the students are reading and wrote an essay. No, the students are reading and writing an essay. Is that okay now? Alright? And then conjunctions and prepositions also, please be careful. You know conjunctions, you know prepositions, please be careful. Modal verbs, you know that. Should, could, would. All this meant to use should, can, could, will, may, might, and so on. Alright? So all modal verbs, learn how to use them. Articles and determiners. Articles, you know, and the. Also be familiar with words that usually appear without the article the. Alright? So there would be another question in your final exam. Use and the or zero article. Is that okay? One more time. Because I'm not happy the last time you all did. Okay, so there'll be one more time. And the. Alright, one more common errors. Unclear pronouns. Be careful with pronouns. Alright? Because pronouns must make the message clear. A pronoun such as it, they, their, and so on should refer to a clear and unambiguous noun. Unambiguous means it is not confusing. Alright? It is a clear noun. So you should be able to relate the boys, they. Alright? The snake, it. Then example, she, her. You should be able to connect that. Alright? Don't go and write, she was doing something and then they. And then we say they referring to whom? We don't know. Is that okay? So must be careful. Alright? When writing essays, students may use these pronouns, but the noun that they refer to may be unclear. So be very clear when you're using pronouns. Must be very careful. Is that okay? Next. Okay, let's check this now. When the plate hit the glass panel, it broke. You see this it? This it, is it clear or not clear?
Clear.
Is it the glass panel or is it the plate that broke? Can you understand? Can you see the problem now? Alright, because we have two objects here, plate and glass panel. So which one broke? You say it broke. Which one? Dashini, what do you think? So this is not clear. Can all of you understand now? Is it okay? Alright? Because you may understand when you say when the plate hit the glass panel, it broke.